It's Mike coming at you with another Planet Coaster Park Spotlight. Thank you for joining me. Welcome to the video and welcome to Bush Falls, created by CellyCoasters? 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 I don't know. How would you pronounce that? I don't know. And welcome to Bush Falls, created by CellyCoasters. I've decided to go with Kelly. Even though it's a C, I've kind of gone with it, like cat. I don't know. Now today's park is a PlayStation 4 park, so will be available to all PlayStation owners, and a really beautiful park just set in the mountainside, loads of paint tool, loads of terrain forming, loads of foliage, right up my alley. Now if you do enjoy this video, please make sure to leave a like and a subscribe if you are new, and if you would like to have a park spotlighted, then the Discord link will be up in the corner where you can request a spotlight. But shall we just get into this? Let's do it, shall we? Let's hop into this beautiful park. So here we are at the start of the park. Now anybody who has ever watched any video from me ever already knows why I would have picked this park to spotlight. Look at the amount of water that you can see already. All the foliage, all the terrain forming, all the paint tool. This is my type of park. This is right up my alley. So let's hop in, shall we? I really like the entrance just as you come out of the entrance tunnel here. It doesn't look like your stereotypical park entrance. It doesn't feel like your normal theme park. It's a little bit more fantastical. Just suspend your disbelief. It's not really a theme park, so to speak. A little bit more fantasy, which I'm always here for. Let's come through. Got a nice custom wall just running all the way down the side, just hiding the pathing of the curbs. So we've got the columns just there, the concrete columns. You got the little fence piece that goes on top of that, the temple wall, temple block just there, and then we've got the lights that are just running down the sides. That looks amazing. Really nice wall effect. Very simple, very effective, but does the job. And as we come down, we've got a water feature just to our right. The amount of water in this park, I love it. That's a really nice water feature as well. Got all the rocks going around the side, all the weeds in there. Stop looking at water features, Matty. I could spend hours just looking at water features. I hope Frontier release Water Feature Simulator one day. I would play the crap out of that game. Anyway. Got a lovely building again here. I like how you've got the ivy just going up the side of the building, the same as you did on that building there, just that natural look. We've got a flat ride, very domineering in the sightline, but it works really well. And we've got a queue path here. This is very busy. Come on, beep beep people, out the way please. Thank you. Out my way. I want to go on this ride. So great use of rock and foliage work with the paint tool all around this area. Not too overdone, not too underdone. Got more water. I like the look of the station build. We haven't even got there yet. Come down the cattle pen queue, just underneath the covering. Got the ride coming all the way around us. That looks fantastic underneath the coaster. Like the covering that you put just underneath. Simple and effective. You can come up and watch the flat ride as you come up here. You got the waterfall just to the left. This is awesome. And then we come into the station. Very nice, very simple, very effective. Right, so we've got the first ride of the park. So I didn't catch the name of this. Was there actually a name? I don't believe there was. Oh. Okay, no, it doesn't have a name. Okay, we'll go with it. It's fine. So it's not green across the board. G-Force is really nice. So very first ride of the park. Let's do it. Enjoy. That was absolutely sensational. You have just set a very high bar instantly with the first ride of the park. I'm not sure how we're going to top that, if I'm being honest. That is how you do an experienced terrain coaster. It did everything that it needed to. All of the head chopper moments, all the interaction with itself, just weaving in and out of the terrain, through the trees, all the water that was around it. It was just perfect. Even from the very first lift hill, I was loving it, just with this covering and the wood underneath. The coaster itself was really smooth, some great banking. I thoroughly enjoyed that from start to finish. I didn't want it to end. Amazing coaster. Great job. Well done. Now, let's hop out the exit, which is down here. You've got a beautiful view just as you walk down the exit. You've got all the water features to our left. So you've got the waterfall just there. The waterfall's just over there. You can see a coaster lift hill just off in the distance. You've got the flat ride right in front of us. You've got all the buildings. And then just to our right, you've got a water feature down there as well. Beautiful. Well, let's come out. All the shops just to our right. I do love how the flat ride comes right over the top. Use that flat ride to great effect. Really good choice of ride to put there. We've got the ride exit just there. Like how all the buildings are differing colours. All decorated differently, all different trimmings. They all complement each other though. I actually want to have a look at the queue line for this flat ride. Even though obviously we won't go on it, I still want to have a look at the queue line. Just because it goes past the water feature. That's the only reason. Look at that! It's so beautiful. So good. Amazing. Right. Let's come down here. Right, so we won't go that way yet. So we can go... Right, that's the way round, so... Okay, we can't go any other way. That's fine. So we've got this very wide, expansive courtyard here. I love the curvature of this building, how it comes around. You got loads of food and drink. Just roped off here. That's a nice little effect. Yeah, this is amazing. I maybe would have been tempted just to connect that up a little bit, just to prevent any bottlenecking in that little spot there. But that is really nitpicking, if I'm being honest. And as we come up here, we've got a seating area just up here where you can sit. Oh, you know this is where I'd be sat, don't you? I would be sat right here. Absolutely stunning. Great use of terrain forming around here. The waterfalls all seem really natural. Very well integrated. Oh, you can even sit on some sofas here. Oh, that's nice. And there are benches underneath them, so they can actually sit on the sofas. And then you can even come down here and just take a snapshot of just that shot. Which, even though there's no rides in that shot right there, still a beautiful shot. Let's carry on walking around the park. Nice design on the side of this building. Just using wooden planks, different colours, nice shield. I need to just check, just in case. Yeah, because I was going to say, I didn't believe there was anything inside them, but I had to then double check just to be on the safe side. Didn't want to miss anything. We've got a flat ride just hidden inside here. Now, I know in the description that you actually mentioned about running out of percentage. A little part of me wonders, maybe could you have done without this flat ride in there? Because that would have been a couple of percent back, potentially. Have that as a facade. Have that looking like it was shops or something that you couldn't actually get inside. And then with the pathing and the flat ride gone, maybe 2% back that maybe would have just allowed you to do a little bit more elsewhere. possibly. I do feel that that one little shot just needs looking at night very quickly though. Yeah, it is beautiful at night when you come in here. This is supposed to be experienced at night, this ride. Just with all the lights on the ride itself and then all the torches that are coming around. Yeah, very beautiful at night. I'm looking forward to have a look at this park at night, if I'm being honest. I've got a feeling it's going to look really, really good. But let's just very quickly swap it back to day as we come back out again, so we can carry on around the park. So we come out, we've got another waterfall again. I am absolutely loving this. So much water. And we come down towards the castle. Nicely trimmed, just with the yellow gold. Got a coaster right in front of us. That is just stunning. So vibrant. Yeah, this is fantastic. Custom supported around the coaster there. Another custom fence on the right side and another custom fence on the left side as well. Wow. Now this must be the queue line for this coaster. Look at that castle there. We will be having a look at that in a second. Right, let's come down here. Now I believe the ride is in test mode. It is. There you go. I fixed it, don't worry. It's fine. It's a good job I'm here. There you go, guests are now coming down. So we've got a nice queue line just with the wooden beams. Saw that in the spotlight only a couple of days ago. It gives a great effect as you come down queue lines. Like the covering. Oh, this is so good. So beautifully detailed. And all the coaster just going around you at all times. Maybe would have used the tarmac paint, if you've got the tarmac paint, that is. Do you even have the tarmac paint? Just to hide some of that green grass there. No, you haven't. Would the rock have worked? Maybe? Just to hide it ever so slightly? Just turn that up to 100%. Would that have worked? Not great, but maybe slightly better than the grass that was there. Just allow the path to blend in a little bit more. Let me just have a look. Let me just hide that HUD. Let me just see if that's actually made a difference or not as we come down the path. Yeah, I believe so. I think that has just made it just a little bit more tactful, just hidden that grass. So yeah, I would be tempted to just do that with the paint tool. But now I've opened the ride is now really busy. Oh, look how it comes straight past you here. Oh, that's amazing. And I assume the ride must go through there as well. So lots of ride interaction with itself. Now there's no point in standing here waiting for the coaster to come past, because I've only just opened the ride and chances are we're going to be waiting for ages to see the ride come past. But I love this queue line. I feel like I'm walking miles away from the station. It's a long queue line. Oh, hang on. No, I'm sorry. Right. So I was saying that I believed that the coaster must have gone through there. No, it's actually the queue path that comes through here. Apologies. And the coaster's just on either side of us. So going down there. And then to our left, is that just exiting the station? No, that's coming back into the station. Look at the views. Oh, wow. Okay. Let's come up. And a really nice station build. Again, simple, effective, but it but it fits what it needs to. For the ride and the theming of the queue, it just fits. But right, anyway, does this ride have a name? Zion. Nice. So we've got green across the board. G-Force is really good. So let's go for a ride on Zion. Enjoy, everyone. So, I should have probably mentioned this earlier on in the spotlight, but this is Sally's stroke Kelly's stroke. This is the creator's first park. First park. So like Willow Park Resort and Ashwood Hills that we looked at last week, 3 parks in a row where it's been the creator's first park. And look at the calibre of the parks that we are being presented by first time creators. This is absolutely insane. Get out of the tree, Matty. There we go. Talk about ruining the moment. I was having a serious moment then. I was being really reflective and serious and genuine, and the tree's like, nope. Just amazing. After we went on the wooden coaster, I said that I believed that that would have been the best ride of the park. But I don't think I can really say that. I think both rides were equally as good as each other so far. And we've still got one more to go on. That ride was absolutely fantastic. Now, I don't know if this is intentional or not, but I almost got a little bit of God of War vibes from it. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure what it was about the ride that gave me the God of War vibes, but there was just something about it. Maybe like the ruins like this, and maybe some of the ships in the water, and I don't know, there was just a couple of little elements that I thought, ooh, just like God of War. Probably just me. I don't know. Let me know down below. Did you think God of War as well? Am I just making things up as I go along? Most likely. Look at the water feature. Look at it. Look how beautiful it is. Right, stop looking at water features, Matt. We've got it. We've got it. Do you know what? We all know this park has got nice water features now. We don't need to keep standing staring at them, alright? Enough. Come on. Let's carry on. So let's walk down the exit. We've got another flat ride just in front of us. Beautifully skinned. That's a beautiful flat ride. Just with the castle towers just around it. Oh, a water feature and a waterfall behind it. I love it. And even the path goes over a water feature. Hashtag Park of the Year. Just because of all the water. That's the only reason. What? Where is this going? Is this for that? Is this for the flat ride? Surely it must be. You come around behind the wood. Right, enough, Matty. Enough. Stop it. Stop it. I love it. Yeah, amazing. Right. So, we can go two different ways. So, why can we go two ways? What is down here? Is there anything down here? Ah, just some toilets and some shops. Okay, and then the ride comes right over the top of you as you're stood here. Nice. Let's come back this way. And let's go round here. I love how the coaster just comes right past you as you're stood here. So that'll be where the ride starts. Is it about to come out as we're stood here? Are we going to be able to see one go? Do we need to speed it up to... Oh no, there you go. I can just see it moving. There we go. Come on. Just so we can watch you go past. Just to give Matty an excuse to look at water for a little bit longer without anybody realising. I really like the structure going up the first lift hill again. Very much like the wooden coaster. Really captivated my attention as it was going up that first lift hill. Right, what have we got down here? Oh. Oh, what is this? Oh, cave system with water. It's a different type of water. I'm allowed to be excited again now. Got a ride that comes right through. A little bit quiet over this side of the park. I wonder if the guests aren't really coming over because it's too far away, which could be a little bit problematic. That could be slightly problematic if you've got all this over here and the guests aren't even coming over to use it. You've got all the benches around here, all the bins, which are going to be taking up even more percentage. This path is going to be a percentage killer just because of how long it goes on for. Already I'm wondering if this is going to be worth it or not. And I hate thinking that, because obviously you'll have spent a lot of time over here. But already I'm thinking, is this going to be worth it? Just because of how far you've got to walk. And, well, that'll be why there's no guests coming over. The rides aren't open. Right, that'll explain it. That would explain why there's no guests coming. They've got no reason to come over here. So we've got a flat ride just there. We've got the coaster. Nice station build. It's really hidden away over this section of the park. It's a long walk to get here. The question is, once we've been on the coaster, is that long walk going to be worth it? Let's just have a quick zoom out a second. It's really on the back set of the park. Really on the outskirts. Right. Love this building. Right, so what have we got here then? So again, it's not named. It's a kiddie ride. Well, what shall we do? There you go. We'll do that. We'll do that. Just so we can go for a ride on it. So we don't need to look at stats with it being a kiddie coaster. I don't know, actually. Because that looks like quite an extreme kiddie coaster. Stats maybe a little bit higher than normal for a ride of this type. So let's go for a ride on this. Final ride. Let's do it. Enjoy. So there we have the final ride of the park. Now, it's no secret that I am a big advocate for the Dragon Coaster, for the Wendigo Coaster. I love the kiddie coasters in this game. They're amongst one of my favourite rides in Spotlight. I always look forward to them. But unfortunately, this one didn't quite work for me, I'm afraid. And I believe there's a couple of reasons as to why. Now, as we were going around the ride, I was still harbouring them little niggling doubts in the back of my mind. Is this area of the park needed? Does it warrant its own existence, being so far away, so set back from the rest of the park? And if I'm being honest, I don't believe that it does. It is such a long walk to get over here with very little to do to get to this one ride and this one flat ride. I'm not sure that the percentage is worth it, which then made me think, well, could this potentially work if you were to get your hands on a PS5? Could there be maybe some alternate ways to get there? What is with this Spotlight and going through trees? Seriously. So I was thinking, maybe could there be some kind of maybe train system to get around there, or cable cars? I think maybe that's a possibility if you were able to get your hands on a PS5. But right now, the path to get there, you can see that there are people going down there. Now, bearing in mind, I opened that a couple of minutes ago, and I had that sped up on ~3, and there is still no one over here yet. Whereabouts are they? Right, they're just getting here, and that I opened that about 5 minutes ago, and people are only just getting here. So I just don't believe that it warrants its own existence for how far away it is at the moment. Maybe that'll change. Maybe that'll change when you do get your hands on a PS5. But I think I would have just rather see something either a little bit closer to the park, or just do away with this area entirely and just have more detail around the rest of the park. Even though the rest of the park is super detailed as it is already, Maybe you could have a couple more attractions around or something. Just something around somewhere. But as for the ride itself, yeah, maybe the ride didn't quite capture me either, I'm afraid. I think the first lift hill went on for a little bit too long. So apologies that it's been such a positive spotlight to end on such a negative, which is a shame, which is very unusual. So apologies for that, but I don't want this one little area here to detract what I think of the rest of the park, because everything else that I'd seen up to that point was exemplary. Absolutely loved it. It's just that one part of the park there didn't work for me. I would have been quite happy without that. I would have been happy to end the spotlight after this ride here, and I would have still gone away happy, content, satisfied with everything that we'd seen and called it a mini park. But what we do need to do is have a look at this park at night before we wrap up. Now I'm feeling absolutely terrible and I want the world to just open up and swallow me. So let's just very quickly swap it tonight, shall we? Now, as we were on Zion, we actually had a tease of the night lighting, and as we were doing that night POV, my eyes were darting all over the place, just looking at all the different colours that were going on around the park. And even from this elevated shot, you can just see how beautiful this park is at night. This could have very easily been a night POV spotlight, because the night lighting is so good. There's so many different colours going on everywhere. We've got a nice subtle yellow with some orange and red thrown in around the castle. Around Zion we've got some orange and green. All the foliage lit up really well. The paths lit up to great effect. Yeah, just beautifully done. So many things in this park to love. I know we have just had a little bit of a negative Nancy for the last few minutes, but let's not let that distract from how good this park is. And as a first creation as well. Yes, maybe you dropped the ball in a little area, but the rest of the park is incredible. The wooden coaster and Zion were fantastic. All the foliage work, the terrain, paint tool, water features, everything done to such a high caliber. Just amazing. And I cannot wait to see your second park, Kelly. Just amazing. Absolutely loved it. What a park. What a park. Please keep me updated with how you progress on your second park, because I can't wait to see that. More water features, please. Lean into it. You're really good at them. Lean into that. But yeah, there we go. There is today's spotlight. So hopefully you've enjoyed this one. Let me know down below. Leave a comment, as it does really help the video. Every like, every comment on a video just helps. It means that YouTube picks it up and recognises it more as being engaged with, and just means that it gets pushed in that algorithm a little bit more. So yeah, every like, every comment really helps. So thank you ever so much. I will be back in a couple of days for another Planet Coaster Spotlight. If you would like to have your park spotlighted, then as I said at the start of the video, the Discord link will be down below. So make sure to go and click on that so you can request a spotlight. But thank you ever so much for watching, everybody. Take care, stay safe, look after yourselves, and I will see you all in a couple of days. Bye, everybody.